should one watch Star Wars? I'm John Barry, and today we're going to be answering that question. Now, the short answer is, it is personal choice and preference, but the long answer is, there are multiple different ways someone can choose to watch Star Wars. The two most common ways are production order / release order, can go by either name, or chronological order. So, with release order, it is 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, Rogue One, 8, Solo, 9. And with Rogue One and Solo, you can always take them out if you just want to focus on the saga films. With chronological order, it's 1, 2, 3, Solo, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are pretty standard orders, and, well, if you've seen Star Wars, just watch whichever order you prefer. Some days, like for me, some days I'm in the mood for chronological order, other days I'm in the mood for release order. It can very much be a day-to-day thing. Hey, heck, some days I even I just want to watch Empire Strikes Back today, and none of the other films. Some days I may I want to watch just Rogue One and A New Hope, in that order. It's your personal opinion is ultimately what's going to decide how you watch Star Wars. And then there's also the machete order, which I really don't care for that much myself, but you can do it. I believe 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, then 7, 8, 9, and then you throw in the Phantom Menace, Rogue One, and so at the end, I think. Nobody has talked about the machete order in ages, and I never really cared for that order. I don't really like that jumping around I've just never really cared for it. But if that's your preferred way, that is your preferred way. There's other ways. On Reddit, I saw what's called a completionist order, which is in chronological order, everything. So, it's 1, 2, the Clone Wars movie, Clone Wars show, 3, Solo, Star Wars Rebels, Rogue One, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Revenge of the Sith, Revenge of the Jedi, it's Return of the Jedi. Then I think it's after that Mandalorian, then Force Awakens 7, then Resistance, then 8 The Last Jedi, then 9 The Rise of Skywalker, I think. I'll put a graphic up showing that the completionist order. But that's like a completionist chronological order, and the Clone Wars intended to be watched chronologically as well in that. But then you could do a completionist release order as well, where it's, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, Clone Wars, then all the others, just in order of release, but that's more complicated. And then do you throw in the Clone Wars micro-series in there? And what about, the animated droids and Ewoks cartoons, which I do have here? What about the Caravan of Courage and Battle of Endor and the Clone Wars micro-series? What do those throw in? So ultimately, there's no one right way to watch Star Wars. It's just whichever way you prefer. Now, probably the big thing is more in the question of how to watch Star Wars is, how does somebody new to Star Wars watch Star Wars? Well, first of all, if they know nothing about Star Wars, release order for the saga film. So 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Like if you've never seen Star Wars before and you're watching this, do it release order, because that's the way everyone has experienced it. If you're watching for somebody else and you want to suggest, I would suggest release order for first time viewers who know nothing. Now, before I'm going to continue, if you for some reason never watched Star Wars before and you don't want to be spoiled by it, do what I just said and come back to this later, because I'm going to talk about what a pretty big spoiler for Star Wars is. Probably you do know, but in case you don't, I don't want to spoil it for you, even though it's in the second film ever released. So after that's out of the way, if people already know the reveal in Empire Strikes Back that Darth Vader is Luke's father, that changes things. If they already know that, then I would suggest show them the film that best fits them. So if they really love character development, probably Empire Strikes Back would be a good starting point for them. If they really like action probably Return of the Jedi would be a good one. Return of the Jedi, also even Force Awakens, and Rise of Skywalker would be good starting points, because those are pretty more action-based films. Last Jedi, Empire are again the more emotional films. Unless you're starting with Phantom Menace, you really shouldn't start, in my opinion, with any of the prequel trilogies. It does make sense sometimes to show somebody in production, or especially if they really already know a lot about Star Wars, just never watched it. Chronological order might be an okay start for them. I'm not a big fan of chronological order for first-time viewers. It hasn't been for me. I just never really cared for it. If somebody likes more comedical films, A New Hope actually is a good choice as well. Maybe even Force Awakens, where it can fit that mode. So ultimately, for first-time viewers, if you're watching and you want to introduce someone, and they know nothing, then I would say go release order for saga films only. But if they know a lot about Star Wars, show them the film that best fits their personality. That might take some more thinking, but that's what I'm thinking is a good thing. Because everyone's slightly different. Some people want more comedy, some people want more character development, some people want more action. So choose a film that you think they will like the best. And that's what you show them first. So it could actually end up being a prequel film. I'm not a big fan of showing the prequel films first, because they are prequels, and they were written as prequels, not as, as... I don't know how else to put it, but they were written as prequels, so to understand them, you kind of have to watch the original trilogy first. That's how they were written, so that creates a wholly different experience than the other films. That's why I generally favor starting with the original trilogy for new viewers. If you, as I stated previously, if you know Star Wars, you love and watch Star Wars all the time, personal choice in that case. So those are my thoughts on how to watch Star Wars. What are yours? I would love to hear from you. I'm pretty sure we all have different opinions. Heck, someone could even think, I want you to watch them from best to worst or worst to best, which is a very, very subjective list. So yeah, in fact, go check out my ranking of the Star Wars films that have been released in theaters if you haven't already. So thank you for watching. If you haven't yet liked the video, please do so. And also consider following me on social media, Facebook and Twitter. Links are in the description, as well as all the links for my Discord server if you would like to join it. A great place just to hang around and chat. And also my Patreon page if you would like to help support this channel. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and consider checking out the video or the playlist on screen now. And as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. May the Force be with you always.